Oh, we're live. Hey, everyone. Happy, terrific Tuesday. And it's also Big E Tuesday because we are on another Sports View brought to you by Women Love Sports too. And there's one woman who really loves sports, and that is our resident birthday girl, Cheryl Green with the big E. Happy birthday, Cheryl.
Oh, happy birthday. Oh, to me, yes. And thank you.
Happy birthday. She got her birthday hat on with a little crown. She got the Run DMC crown going, a chain going around her hat.
And she still manages to have a Browns pennant in the background.
I don't know how you do it. How do you do that? And I feel like I need a hat in honor of Cheryl's birthday. Maybe I can convince my assistant to grab my hat, my purple hat, out of the closet in honor of Cheryl's birthday. We'll see if at some point during the segment that
I can't put my lipstick on back.
I'll have a we are live, Tracy. I'm not sure if you're aware of this or not.
No, I'm very aware. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm going to turn hosting duties over to Hatch Bowl. I don't know why that's her name today. Perhaps she'll explain that, and the crew will introduce ourselves. So go ahead. Back to you, Tracy.
Thanks so much, Kadisha. Nothing like working with a great team to fill in while you're acting like you don't know that it's time for the podcast to start.
We are live.
Yeah, as she said, let me make sure everyone introduces themselves. We introduced the birthday girl. We'll let her do her own birthday girl introduction, and we'll let Kanisha, the MacGyver, save the podcast, introduce herself officially, and then we'll get started.
Let's go.
Who you be, Big E?
Oh, you're talking about me.
Oh.
Girl. Yes. Well, again, it's your girl Cheryl Green with the Big E, running in all the way from Los Angeles, California.
Stop.
And yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm. That's why I was running late. I had to meet with an agent.
Oh. The lie detector says.
Like your security guard. That's a lie.
And yes, today is my birthday. So I am super excited that I've been blessed to be on this earth for another year.
That's right.
Hey, Cheryl, it's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday.
Oh. And I got some information for y'all. Y'all ain't gonna believe this.
You're right. We won't.
Kanisha, won't.
Right. Kanisha, introduce yourself to the people.
I'm not giving passes because it's your birthday. You need to come correct or don't come at all, Cheryl. And I'm Kanisha, and I'm happy to be here. And I'm glad to be celebrating Cheryl's birthday with her. And we have so much to talk about. I have finally recovered from these past 2 weekends of football.
Yes.
Maybe. And, let's do this.
Yes, playoff palooza was a bit much for us. Yes. Oh, yes. Today I am Hatch Bowl. This is in preparation for the Super Bowl. I wanted to put 46, but I was rusty on my Roman numerals, so don't worry about it. All right.
Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
Yeah, let's get started. We're going to do this segment is going to be how did we get here? All right, I'm going to back it all the way up to the wild card round. No worries, we won't spend time with there long because wasn't much to talk about. So, if you all recall, way back yonder in mid-January, it was wild card time, and everybody got the butt beat pretty bad, with the exception of the Bengals, who obviously we'll be talking about really soon. Bengals beat the Raiders by a touchdown. And an extra point, obviously. The Cowboys lost by a touchdown. Exactly. That's what I thought when I saw it too. But the other games, everyone got beat by a double-digit score. So it was the wild card weekend was wild for sure. just kind of rolled us into the divisional round. Let's talk about the divisional round. Chiefs over the Bills in overtime. Y'all remember that? Probably not.
No,
No one
I'm
remembers.
tired.
And then the other 3 games out of those 4, all decided by a what?
Field goal.
Field goal.
Ooh,
You
yeah.
can see it coming.
Some very exciting football, and that was probably the week that really just started to wear Kanisha down. Okay, because what were your picks, Kanisha? You were what and what?
Just wrong. I couldn't be no wronger. Like, I don't understand. Like, I was like, how is I knew Green Bay was going to this Super Bowl. I knew it. I could feel it.
They did too. Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers losing at home.
Ooh, talk about I own you.
Cheryl was praying hard. You were praying hard, Cheryl?
Well, I had got a little hate mail about, I did. I got a little hate mail about me and, Aaron Rodgers' conversation about, what we had talked about, the gift that, he gave me for them, beating, the Browns on Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I got a little hate mail behind that. So I had to go against, Green Bay. And so we gave them some plays, right? We told them some things, and it didn't work out for them. So they went on for the plays that we talked about, and this is why they lost. Yeah.
Cheryl's no longer offensive coordinator. This is why.
Right. That's correct. Cheryl, we knew that you were working hard. Remember, we do recall early in the season, you in the U-Haul, undisclosed location. You were working hard with the Browns organization.
Yes.
Thank you for your service. But no, that then took us, after Cheryl's celebration of the Packers' loss, that took us to last weekend. Conference championships. And Cheryl, we're going to do something that we normally wouldn't do. We're going to start with the AFC, okay?
Oh, okay.
Just for you. Now, tell us, it's allowable for you to root for another team because it's in the same state. True or false?
She's doing the most. And go ahead, answer the question. I'm sorry.
Well, no, let's hear what Kanisha got to say, because I don't want her to fact check me after I say what I got.
No, say what you got to say.
So it was the Bengals over the Chiefs. That would be the Bengals of Cincinnati over the Chiefs of Kansas City, 27-24 in overtime. Decided by a what? A field goal.
A field goal, yes.
So
that's textbook Steelers move, and they just kept using it over and over again. That's what we do. You can't do that. That's what we do. Cheryl, go ahead.
Okay, so I was going to go ahead on and answer Tracy's question. Can you have 2 teams in the same state and root for either or of the teams? Okay, so here, it's not a textbook answer, no. So you got to be talking about the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals, correct?
This is correct, yeah.
Okay, all right. So the Cleveland Browns is northern Ohio, and Cincinnati is in the southern.
Okay.
So then you have the middle line.
Do we have time for geography? This is a sports show.
I'm sure.
Okay, it's her birthday.
I'm sure she's bringing it home.
My bad. Go ahead.
Okay, so now, because I do believe brown and orange, and because Ohio is an orange state, brown and orange and black and orange. Okay. So the question again was, can you root for a team in the same state? Yes, you can, because you want the championship to come to our state. So we're happy for Cincinnati, but however, we are definitely, brown and orange Cleveland Browns fans. Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you for that. There was some talk amongst the group chats and then the blogs. They were concerned about your loyalty, wanting to understand the science behind you rooting against Mahomes and the Chiefs. And now you've let us know. And to your point, although the colors won't look too good at the Super Bowl, but the
What colors?
Bengals, orange and black, and the blue and yellow.
Oh no, you drink that orange Gatorade, right? That's good.
It's too sweet.
Okay, yeah. So repping the AFC will be the Cincinnati Bengals. All right.
Yes.
And jumping over to the NFC. Ooh. 49ers and the Rams. Rams over the 49ers. Rams over the 49ers at home by a what? Field goal. So
barely.
Right. Barely. So Super Bowl is set. Rams versus the Bengals. Now, is it a coincidence? Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, is it a coincidence? Now we have the Rams are going to be playing in the Super Bowl at home. You all recall last year, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers played at Raymond James Stadium at home. Coincidence or not?
You know, I just feel like there's a whole bunch of, I know you don't want me to do this, but I'm going to do it. Point of personal privilege here. The way these games are being played, I was like, something is not quite right here. And I'm still trying to process what happened, how leads were blown, how you got to the point of like overtime, how people kept calling the wrong coin toss, like all these different factors that, you know, I need to see that coin. I need to make sure it wasn't a double head coin.
Right.
You know, there's lots of things that I feel I need to see. We just got some data in that says there were more San Francisco fans at the game than Rams fans. You know,
maybe the Rams fans were still in St. Louis. Okay, I went too far back. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I want the Rams to win.
Really?
So that means they're not going to, because I've been wrong about everything. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Sorry.
Throughout this whole playoff, you've been wrong, Kanisha. And I try to tell you, come on my side.
I have some more data, though. I have some more data.
We do know that you have some data. Oh, wait. Okay.
Continue, though. I'll pull that up as, yeah.
Yes, yeah, I know you always have, she has to pull out her data specs. That's when you know it's about to get serious, Cheryl. So don't make up anything because she already has all the facts, okay?
Cheryl wants to be cute.
But to Kanisha's point about just how things were weird. Now, hey, I am all for, Burrow put on a show, really put on for his city or state.
His state. Yes, his state.
But let's talk about some of the other, things that happened during this playoff time. The inadvertent whistle that happened in that Bengals game. And it happened right before they scored a touchdown, which they actually won by. Yikes. Yes. Only thing we could get that referee crew was done the same way the Raiders were done that game. So was that referee crew. So
yes.
Scandal. Right. And then, we'll talk about Brady. I was going to talk about Brady's first ever unsportsmanlike conduct. Shock and awe. But let's talk about it when we talk about him. What you got for us, Kanisha?
Well, just the data I wanted to share about probability and why you should really, in looking at this and figuring things out, I was looking at total wins in the history of the Super Bowl, starting from 1966 to, 2021.
Okay.
And looking at total wins, and of course, at the top of the pile is irrelevant, but I feel compelled to say it. 6 rings, Patriots, Steelers.
Oh, okay.
So I feel like it's important to point that out.
She's never going to stop hating Patriots. Go ahead.
Now, in this, you've got 5, San Francisco and the Cowboys. 4, you've got your Green Bay and the Giants. 3, you've got your until tomorrow Washington football team, whatever their name is going to be.
Right.
You've got them, the Raiders, the Broncos. 2, Dolphins, Colts, Ravens, Chiefs, Tampa Bay. No, Tampa Bay's 3 now, I guess. 1, the Saints, the Jets, the Seahawks, the Eagles, the Bears, the Rams. There's some people who like they've been in the Super Bowl but have never won. Bills, Vikings, Falcons, Chargers. You've got your Bengals, Cardinals. You've got the Panthers and the Titans. No appearances.
Okay.
Browns. Ain't never been there. How
Where did
you
you
gonna be
get
mad outside the club?
Where did you get this information from?
Where'd you get your information?
Yeah, where did this come from? Wikipedia?
The internet.
What site?
Okay, I'll give you a link. Give you the link.
Because we've been in there like 4 times.
Visiting or
been where?
You just say visiting.
I'm like, you've been where?
Was the popcorn good?
Oh gosh.
I had a point. I don't have a point anymore. Okay.
Well, okay. Before we take a slight, it's not a hard left. It's more like we're just gonna bear left. Who are your picks? Who's gonna win?
Oh, who's first? Kanisha, since she
birthday
got some information on the link.
I mean, we can pretend like we don't know what you're gonna say, Cheryl. So you go first, okay?
Okay.
Don't be salty on your birthday.
Oh, Cheryl. Okay. No, I won't. But y'all know Kelsey, right? That plays for Kansas City Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Did y'all know that he went to the University of Cincinnati?
Well, they lost. I mean, what is your point?
Well, no, I'm saying
they're not going to Super Bowl.
They did lose because, he didn't play for, the Cincinnati Bengals. But I'm just saying he got them to that point, not just this year, but the other year when they won the Super Bowl because of how he was raised, at Cincinnati. We raised.
Was he raised there? He just played there.
Yeah, we raised him. We raised and he played.
Travis.
Winners.
We raised him.
Yeah, we did. I don't know if y'all knew that. That was a little known fact.
We found the cub in the wild. We brought him in and fed him.
But now, so can I just say this right here?
He is from Ohio. Okay.
Go ahead on, Kanisha.
I mean the dog detector did not bark, so I should have just.
Now we know, right?
So you know.
This is the longest Super Bowl pick ever. Okay, there's only 2 teams left now, right? You're
taking the scenic route to her answer.
Who you got, Cheryl? Who you got?
Okay, I'm gonna just give you just a little bit of history, right? Okay. So Ohio has 2 football teams,
2 O's.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and LA has two football teams.
Okay,
so they're not. Can we call them 2 L's?
Oh, it's big talk.
Okay.
Okay, and then we know Florida got what 3 or 5 football teams down there.
3 or 5.
Yeah, so they're trying to monopolize, the championships. So this is like the first time.
Pennsylvania has 2. Texas
got 2 football teams.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't even factor them in.
One in a possible. Yeah.
Yeah, Dallas, and then the other team over there. So
you said one in a possible.
Yeah, so you got 2 teams that's playing. They got 2 different states. They got 2 teams playing, and Ohio is gonna reign the winner.
Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Kanisha,
Well, wait a minute. I had to say something else.
Okay.
Now, y'all know we got rid of OBJ, right? And we sent him to LA. And you see everybody.
It wasn't his fault. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm just saying all the talent that we're raising
Mhm.
And in Ohio, we're sending them throughout the league, and look at how they're prospering. But your turn, Kanisha.
What? I don't even know what just happened. Kanisha, who you got? Who's gonna I mean, we
Based
know,
on
we know
Caesar's
about your
sports book,
previous picks, but we still want to know.
if I take the Cheryl route, I was born outside of Los Angeles.
Okay.
We're playing favorites, but also, according to Caesar's sports book,
Mm.
Los Angeles is a 4.5 point favorite in the latest odds. The over under is 48.5. Don't lock it in, but keep checking. But I
Let's hear it.
The
East
Rams.
Coast. East Coast.
The Rams. I'm still just like really the Bengals. Like how?
Yeah.
How?
It's an Ohio team. That's how.
How?
Yeah.
Yeah. Neither one is super
I'm
exciting,
not in love. I'm not in love. Yeah.
but I am a sucker for rooting for the underdog. So I don't know. I don't know.
So who's your pick then?
I think the problem is I also don't care. I think that's probably
There you go.
what I
There you
came up
go.
to say. I was like, gee, how do I, act like I
Where
don't.
do you even find a Bengals shirt?
Yeah.
Oh, they all over the place. Y'all didn't see after the game, the AFC champions. Y'all didn't get one?
Did
Well,
you
I mean,
get one?
we saw the commercial. So, yeah, no, I don't have a pick, but I'm going to be watching. I'm going to be ready for our group talk, and I'll be ready for our next podcast to talk about. And just let it be a good game. If they could just keep it the way it's been the last 2 weeks, and it will be also be a great halftime show. So I will be looking forward to that.
Mm.
Now to
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
juice.
The halftime
Juice.
show. Don't let Ashanti sing the national anthem.
Oh gosh.
Listen, now for the tea, the real juice. So as much as in case our viewers cannot tell, we are some football fans, but we are bigger fans of right and wrong, right? So as much as we enjoy the season, enjoy the sport, something not right in the middle, okay? And we're gonna talk about it. And but before we could even get to it, Brian Flores said, "Hold my Gatorade." I am going to turn the reins over to Kanisha because she got some stuff to talk about. NFL got some splaining to do. All right.
Listen here.
Is it
This
the orange
is
Gatorade? The orange Gatorade you was talking about? Referencing?
Fine. Yeah.
probably the green.
Yeah.
But
Probably the white, but
the frost, cherry frost.
nah,
would
the white Gatorade, pun intended. Go ahead. What you got?
So, former Miami Dolphins coach Brian Flores is suing the NFL and 3 NFL teams specifically, alleging racial discrimination.
What?
And he filed a lawsuit against the NFL, the Giants, the Broncos, and the Dolphins.
Okay.
Under this umbrella of racial discrimination, he
Yeah.
said that the Giants interviewed him for their vacant coaching job under very disingenuous circumstances. He found out 3 days before his interview that the Giants had already decided to hire Brian, is his last name DeBall?
Mm-hmm.
And, sometimes we were talking about this before the podcast started and before Tracy went and got her lipstick. And it was, sometimes you get a little gift from on high.
Mm-hmm.
And so in this case, apparently Patriots coach Bill Belichick, had nothing better to do like find a long sleeve shirt. So he was texting, being like, "Hey man, congratulations, you landed." And he texted that to Flores, according to Screen Grabs. And Flores said, "Did you hear something I didn't hear?" And Belichick's like, "Yeah, man, the Giants, cold." And and he said, "Oh yeah, I interview on Thursday. I think I have a good shot at it." And he said, "Got it. I hear from Buffalo and the Giants that you're the guy." So Flores came back and was like, which Brian are you talking to, coach?
Right.
And Belichick was like, oh man, I had to go get a jacket. I messed that up. I meant to send it to the other Brian. I double checked and misread the text. It was going to Brian D. Sorry about that. BB.
Oh,
BRB.
right.
And so he said the Giants, that was a ruse so the team could falsely demonstrate to everyone's favorite person, Roger Goodell, and the public at large, that they were in compliance with the Rooney Rule. So then he also said in 2019, he was subjected to a sham interview with the Broncos. He said basically, everybody, John Elway, Joe Ellis, everybody showed up an hour late. And that they didn't care. Like they showed up, shirts untucked, no tie, to interview him. And they looked like they had been drinking heavily the night before.
Wow.
So and by heavily, she means Hennessy. No, I'm just joking. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Some milk.
Yes. And then he said the Dolphins owner offered to pay Flores to purposely lose games in order to secure a higher pick in the NFL draft.
Ooh.
And throw the game. The tea. The
Yikes.
tea.
Ooh.
Hot. It's smoking.
Yeah.
It's smoking. Ooh,
the tea, y'all.
Well, I'm gonna eat me some cheese.
And he said to secure a higher pick and encouraged him to purposely violate league tampering rules. And when he refused, Ross then said, let's treat Flores with disdain, and held out as someone who was non-compliant and difficult to work with. So he said, look, even though God gifted me as a coach, the need for change is bigger than my personal goals. And I'm telling all Lottie-Dottie and everybody in this lawsuit right here. So that is what happened there. Flores put on his cape. He's super mad. He's not just mad, he's super mad. And screenshots and all. He got receipts. Oh, this should be very interesting.
What in February? What in February 1st is going on here?
Black History Month, y'all.
Boy, Brian came in like I thought they said March comes in like a lion out like a lamb, but no, sir, we started early. I mean, I got jokes. But this is a serious situation. I mean, what do you have to say about this? I mean, first of all, the fact that there's even I'm sorry, I asked y'all and then started talking. The fact that they even had to put a rule, there's a rule in place.
The Rooney Rule.
About your hiring, about the NFL's hiring practices. And then to hear all these three different accounts from this one coach about how these teams are acting. I mean, what were you going to say, Cheryl? I'm sorry.
Well, no, I think that, that was brave of him to come and bring all that stuff to the forefront, because it's been going on for a long time and people probably have gotten paid and they ain't got to work no more because they were paid off in a sense. But this guy says no, because there was probably some people that he was mentoring, you know what I mean, to take his position or go into other positions. And so him being treated like that, what does that speak to his character? So I applaud him. And if there's others out there, they need to step up as well. But, sometimes it's that good old white boy thing. They're just going to roll with the punches. But those other Black coaches, and I was thinking about this, what can they do? How can they, who can they go and talk to about this issue, and what would happen? Would anybody be reprimanded? What about the commissioner? Is he even concerned that all his Black coaches is coming out of the league? At what moment in time does he, say, hey, what's going on here?
I was like, what other coaches? Right now, only 1 out of 27 head coaches in the NFL is Black. 5 teams without a head coach. So we'll see what happens there. You've got 70% of the players that are Black. It's the balance is off. There are 2 other non-Black minority coaches, one of Puerto Rican and Mexican descent, one of Lebanese descent. So, you got to look at the optics of that. You got to look at the dynamics. There are surely more qualified people. I think a candidate for one coaching position was like a high school coach, who was a friend referred by somebody.
Mm.
Tracy, you might get a call.
Listen,
Who knows? Who
yeah.
knows?
Yeah, I think that is the not so fun part. That's the part that that no one wants to talk about. Everyone wants to just play the damn game. They just want to see the game, see who's going to win, talk trash, eat wings, which I don't have a problem with. Um, but there's some real stuff that goes on behind the scenes. There's some real stuff that's a part of the sport. It's a part of, it's not just the players. It's all encompassing. Of course, we don't have to say fight to see, our who's going to get picked, or there's not enough black players. No, clearly there are. But when it comes to decision making, leadership, you see it's no different than, I mean, it's just corporate America on the field.
Mm-hmm.
And here we are again in 2022 on some all my life I had to fight.
Mm-hmm.
uh, in sports.
And the NFL is saying that this lawsuit is without merit. The Giants are like, look, we hired who we hired. Get over it. The
Right.
Broncos are like, we don't know what you're talking about because we were drunk. What? No,
They don't remember.
Right.
The Broncos are like, it's patently false. We don't know what you're talking about. And they're going to defend it. But, the statement from Flores' attorneys is saying that they are seeking to level that playing field in the hope that future owners and coaches will be representative of the athletes who are playing this great game. And they expect coaches and players of all races to support him as he embarks on his journey to create change.
That's
He was 24 to 25 in 3 years with the Dolphins. He had a 9-8 record this season when Miami missed qualifying for the playoffs. And he had worked with Bill Belichick, which is why Bill had his text and texted the wrong person.
Yeah, and now Bill is like, new phone, who this? But yeah.
But my thing is this: how many? Well, all those other teams, those are white male dominated. So they are supposed to be believed because they put those statements out versus this black man saying, "Hey, here is what really happened." So to what credit does he get? You know what I mean? Other than the lawyers coming in, because I know there are what do you call those other football players who's actually seeing and witnessing this.
Mm-hmm.
And they're probably not coming up on the net and saying anything because they're getting a paycheck. And now this coach is going to be blackballed. He won't ever coach again in the NFL. So where do he take his talents? And then for those that's coming up behind them, what does that say for them? Maybe in 10 more years, we'll flood it back again with a couple more black coaches. I don't know. Or is it that Pittsburgh? What is his name again, Kenesha? What's the Pittsburgh coach name?
His name is Mike Tomlin. You know his name, Cheryl.
Is he's going to be the only one for the next 4 or 5 years, black coach that we're going to get to see? And for how long will he get to keep his job, being that y'all going to have a new quarterback over there? And if y'all don't win but 2 games this year, he's out there.
Yeah, that is a good point, Cheryl, because we did say if the Steelers did not make it to the playoffs, would Tomlin have been gone too?
Mm-hmm.
And then the league looked like, the league of old.
Mm-hmm.
Well, just before we end, last but not least, with the, is he retired, is he not? We do want to say that the opinions expressed on Another Sports View are solely that and that of us, although we're right. All right, so last but not least, we've run over a little bit, but we got some good stuff. I mean,
it's okay to call shenanigans. I call shenanigans on this one. I guess the question is that people have to ask, is the Rooney Rule doing what it aimed to do?
mm-hmm.
That is a question that you have to ask yourself when you see over and over again that since 2003, we're talking 18 years, 19 years, I can't even do the math, of trying to institute this rule requiring teams to interview at least one diverse candidate. Is it serious? It's supposed to expand general manager jobs and equivalent front office positions. Okay, so the Bears hired, a new general manager, and that's exciting. You know, we're seeing some change there, but you know, the league in 2020 expanded the rule to require additional interviews. And then there was a resolution that will reward teams with additional draft picks for developing minority coaches. You know, so you have to keep adding things, even though you've got qualified coaches,
Yeah.
you know, and they'll grab anybody.
Right.
Urban Meyer.
I was just
Yeah.
insert Urban Meyer. Exactly.
But you know, that's the thing. So will this coach now be classified as the mad black man now? But like you said, at one time for women, you know, we had to work just as hard as our white female counterparts, and what treat 3 times as hard as our male counterparts. So is our black males, are they now feeling what we've been going through for a long time now?
I think they've been feeling it all along. You know, I just think that this is something they're going to have to sort out themselves. And it, you know, it starts from the top down. When you've got owners and you've got other people, you know, they have to have those conversations. You know, you look at what's happening with these different organizations and, you know, the values they claim versus what they really show. You know, they got to add up. They don't add up.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully they get it together before, you know, 2030. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. That's
available. Cheryl's available to coach.
We're definitely gonna, you know, keep an eye on it and keep at the forefront, you know, of our conversations. You know, like I said, we enjoy the sport. We have a good time getting together to talk about it, but we are not going to ignore the, you know, right in front of our faces, you know, issues that still continue to plague the league, this country, when it comes to race and equality. All right. So, last but not least, why not end the show with the retirement? Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr., better known as Tom Brady. Some what known
about
as
Big Ben. We got it.
Oh.
Are you starting with the GOAT and then the?
Okay, Kenesha, Ben Roethlisberger retired. I did this grand entrance. She's like, "What about Ben?
What about Ben?
Bill."
All right, let's rewind. We're going to end the show talking about retirement. First and foremost, and they're all on the AFC side of things. I didn't look up his full name. Benjamin. Pittsburgh Steelers went out, I would definitely say, with a great season. I mean, took his team to the playoffs, although they got knocked out in the wild card round. He, you know, definitely did the town of Pittsburgh the Steelers. Did him right. Kanisha, say a few words about your guy. Okay,
his name is Benjamin Todd Roethlisberger Sr.
There we go. Yeah.
He's Pisces, and
I go by Ben.
18 seasons with the Steelers.
Wow.
Come on now, show some love. And he played college football at Miami at Ohio. So you can't appreciate that, Cheryl?
No, I was gonna bring that up. No, we passed on Big Ben in Cleveland. Yes.
So he went to the Steelers first round 2004 NFL draft, offensive rookie of the year in 2004, Pro Bowl in 2007, 2006. He was the youngest Super Bowl winning quarterback in NFL history in his second season. Very awesome.
Wow.
He's considered to be one of the most efficient passers in NFL history, ranked 5th all-time in NFL career passing yards, 12th all-time in passer rating. You know, he's got the stats. He's one of 6 quarterbacks in NFL history to have beaten at least 31 of the 32 current NFL teams. I'm going to give Big Ben his flowers, even though I was a little tired of him toward the end.
Right.
Y'all know how I feel.
Right.
But he was known for playing outside the passing pocket in what he called backyard football. He loved John Elway, and has been compared to him often. That's why he was wearing the number 7. Cheryl, don't be a hater.
You don't even act like this. This AFC. This AFC hate.
Don't be a hater
It
to
wasn't
your fellow
nothing
Ohioan.
Nothing exciting about all that.
Okay. Well, I'm just
Well,
saying.
well, here to continue your AFC hate because Thomas Patrick Edward Patrick Brady Jr., better known as Tom Brady, did officially retire, and that was after 20 seasons with you all's probably arch nemesis, the New England Patriots, as well as 2 seasons with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, taken in the 6th round as the 199th pick. And he said, I'm going to show you better than I can tell you.
Well,
so 7 Super Bowl championships, 5-time Super Bowl MVP, 3-time most valuable player, 2-time NFL offensive player of the year. And the list goes on and on because we are not going over our minutes in our plan. So congratulations to, definitely 2 of the greats. One being Mr. Brady, being called by some, by a lot, as the GOAT, greatest of all time. Congratulations on retirement. We'll see if it lasts, how long it goes, or how well it goes, I would say.
Yeah, there's room for a comeback there.
I swear it could be. I swear
it could happen.
Well, he only retired because they didn't move. They didn't move past that round that they lost. Because had they been continuing on, he'll still be in there playing. But he got his little feelings hurt, and now he want to retire. I understand Big Ben, Kanisha, I do. But Tom Brady, he's only retired because they lost. They're at home watching the Super Bowl like everybody else.
Well, yeah, if they won, he would still be there because that's where he worked.
But he wouldn't retire. He'd have came back next year.
Maybe he's going to do something leading the way or carrying the torch for Team USA because the Olympics will start.
It's not Thursday.
He's probably not going to the Olympics. Probably Thursday.
He's not.
I just wanted a good segue into that. And so, we'll be watching. They're trying to drum up some excitement. We'll see what happens. If I had a quick stand up, it would be stand up and celebrate Cheryl on her birthday. Happy birthday, Cheryl. Happy birthday.
Yeah. Also, just one little known fact before you cut it off, Hatch Bowl. So this date, however many years ago, I was born on a Tuesday. So I went back
on a Tuesday. Okay.
Yeah, actually my mother had me on Tuesday. So I went back and looked from the day that I was born to now. It's only been 9 times that my birthday actually fell on the day that I was actually born. So I told my brother that means I'm probably like 9 years old. Yeah.
Go Team USA. All right. Thank you all.
Any quick predictions on what Washington's new name is going to be?
I did not see that age calculation come in at all. Oh, you said any new name prediction?
Yeah, real quick. Maybe she's talking about her Chinese New Year age.
She probably. It's the Lunar New Year.
Yeah, lunar.
Okay. Washington Warriors.
Oh, I got one.
What is it?
What?
The Washington Steelers, baby.
I think it's going to be the Commodores.
Well, I'll see you brick houses in 2 weeks. Thank you all for joining us again on another Sports View brought to you by Women Love Sports Too.
And we love you too.
Bye-bye.
Happy birthday.